How's it going, GITV? In today's episode, we're going to be covering something super cool. This is the Marushin Derringer, and I think that every single scenario-based airsoft player should have one of these in their kit. I say scenario-based because if you like to play that speedball, high-speed CQB stuff like I do, this is not going to be a very effective gun because it only holds 2 BBs at a time, and it's not going to be very accurate because of the short barrel length. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, why would anybody want a gun like this that only holds 2 BBs and isn't very accurate? Well, let me paint you a picture. Imagine I have this thing stuffed in my pants where the sun don't shine often, and I get captured by the enemy. And I think if I owned this gun, I would probably intentionally get captured just so I could do this. So anyway, I got my Derringer in my pants. I get captured by the enemy, and they take my primary, they take my secondary, they check my rig for grenades and explosives, and they're like, okay, this guy's no longer armed, take him back to the base and guard him. Now I'm assuming I'm only going to have one guard because nobody really wants to babysit a captor during an airsoft game. Maybe I'll have 2, but luckily the Derringer has 2 barrels. So I'm sitting there with my guard, and I'm like, hey dude, I really need to pee. Can I go pee? And he's like, yeah, sure, you can go pee. There's a bush right over there. So I'm assuming I'm going to be standing by the bush looking like I'm going to pee, and the dude's going to be behind me. I'm going to pull down my fly, pull out the Derringer, BAM! He's dead. I get my primary back. I'm behind enemy lines already because I'm in the base. Brrrr! Everyone's dead except for me, and I win. All because of the Derringer. That's right. It wouldn't have been possible otherwise, although since I've divulged my plan over the internet, I'll probably have to think of something else. I'll do that later. This is a gun review, so I suppose we should be talking about the gun. I've already mentioned that this thing holds 2 rounds. There's no magazine. This is, you load each BB into each chamber for each barrel. This is an over and under double-barreled gun. Single action, so you have to pull the hammer back before each shot. This thing does not have a magazine. I've already mentioned that. The gas is loaded directly into the pistol grip, and how you load this thing, there's a little lever right here. Spin that 180 degrees. Barrel flips up. Load the BBs into each chamber. Flip the barrels down, and spin the lever back 180 degrees, and you're ready to go as long as it's gassed up. Now the Marushin Derringer is available in 2 colors, black and chrome, and it's also available in 2 calibers, 6mm and 8mm. We're going to be chronoing both very shortly because obviously the bigger BB is going to have different performance characteristics. Now I need to preface this chrono reading with a warning, well, with a preface. Anyway, my gas tank is running a little low right now. It's not low enough to the point where it's time to throw it out. However, it will affect the performance of the second shot a little bit. So I'm assuming the first shot is going to be on point, the second shot is going to be much lower. However, if you buy this gun and you have a good tank of gas, both BB shots will be about the same FPS, so you don't have to worry there. I'm going to take a short commercial break while I go get some 8mm BBs and gas these guns up, and we'll be right back with the chrono reading. We've just added a brand new webpage dedicated to showcasing new and unique products. Find this button at the top of our front page to see our work. Right now we're featuring the XCR, but look for this button to change in the future as new releases become available. Alright, so it looks like our 6mm Derringer with .20 gram BB shoots in the neighborhood of 230 to 250. I guess the FPS difference wasn't as drastic as I thought it might be. However, the 8mm Derringer shoots about 180 to 190. That is a lot because the 8mm BBs I was using was the Madball .48 gram BBs. If you translate that to 2 O's, that means well above 250. That is a heavy BB traveling very quickly, especially for this little gun. Now obviously this gun is not a main weapon that you're going to take out in the game and expect to kick some major ass with. However, this is a great gun like I've already illustrated for scenario purposes, and it's great just to have a lot of fun with. I mean, that's what Airsoft is about anyway, right? Having fun. Check out the Marushin Derringers on airsoftga.com, or if you live close enough, you can come by our walk-in store and check them out in person. That's going to do it for this episode of GITV. Thanks for watching. Please use your airsoft guns responsibly. Do not shoot at any unsuspecting people or animals.
Don't ever look down the barrel of your airsoft gun, and keep your finger off the trigger unless you're ready to fire. Treat your airsoft guns like they're real firearms.